Hello and welcome to the Rankers Podcast, a show where we take anything and everything and we rank them. No categories, no genres, just two best friends. And my name is Jacob.
And my name is Nick, and this is the Rankers Podcast. What is up, Jacob? Also, let's rank them. Didn't say that, but let's rank them.
Let's rank them, Nick. How's it going, dude?
Dude, it is popping. Ha! No pun intended,
Oh,
or
okay.
maybe pun intended.
So let's just get this like right off the bat, right? So
Yeah,
we're
let's do it.
ranking sodas today, and so I
Soft
have been
drinks.
ridiculed because I say soda. That's
Yeah.
what I call it. And I have been like legitimately ridiculed for that because
Well,
apparently that's what they say in the north and we're in the
yeah,
south.
yeah. Well, that's what I was gonna say. It's kind of a North versus South. Who even knows what West is saying? But yeah, it's you got soft drinks, you got soda, pop, or maybe just pop. And actually, I think a lot of people, at least in the South, will just say Coke.
They just
And
say Coke. That's mind blowing to me. Like a
yeah,
Coke is
I don't do that.
it's a whole brand.
Coke is a soda. It is
You're
not.
you're
Yeah,
asking for a Coke, but you want me to bring you like a Mountain
yeah,
Dew? No.
yeah. I'm glad that we agree on that because that makes zero sense. If you're out there calling like soda Coke, like you need some medical attention or something, but like that ain't right. Anyways, did your camera just like push in? What just
I moved
happened?
my
Oh.
desk. I'm sorry.
I felt like it just like zoomed in. I was like, whoa.
I was moving. I'm doing it for effect.
That's
Like a
hilarious.
moving pod. But yes,
But
so
so I call it sodas.
okay, cool. Well, then we're on the same page.
Okay,
Cool.
cool. I'm glad.
So dude, we are in episode 2 of season 3. Our first
Ooh,
episode of season 3 was a new type of episode where we did the draft and it was so much
yeah,
fun. And
that's
if
that's
you
so
I
nice.
look, I'll go ahead and tell you, I know this may be hard to believe, but I'll go ahead and tell you, even if you're not a baseball fan, I still think that you'll enjoy that episode
I would
because
agree.
we just had a blast, the four of us.
It was a blast. We had two guests with us, so that was the first time that we've done that.
Yeah.
And then we all kind of went back and forth, and then it was cool because we did it in a live way, obviously. So you got people stealing other picks, and it was like,
Yeah.
oh no, and having to kind of move in the moment, which is not something we typically do because you and I compile our list and what we're thinking before the podcast and then kind of go from there. Where this one had a little bit of that. We had our like ideas, but then like it just happened that most
Right.
of our picks got taken from each other. So it was a fun time. It was enjoyable, and I highly recommend going and listen to that again, even if you're not a baseball fan, if you're just like a sports fan or whatever, or
Yeah.
just like listening to some laughs, which we did have plenty of.
Right.
So that was a good time. But man, let's talk about some sodas because I'm ready to talk about some sodas.
Let's do it, dude. Let's do it. I'm super down. I'm super ready. How much of a soda drinker are you?
Not much, to be honest. So I am going to share this quick little story. Growing up, I used to drink soda so much. I was that typical middle school boy that always had like, some Mountain Dew or Dr. Pepper in his hand, especially at any like youth event. Like I always had soda. It didn't matter what it was for anything. Soda's the way to go.
Yes.
Um, and my mom actually bet me in high school. She was like, I bet you $100 you can't go a whole year without soda. And I was like, bet, because $100 was like winning the lotto for me in like ninth grade,
Heck yeah.
you know? So I did that and I went all year without drinking soda. She gave me $100, and quite literally since then, I've really never turned it back.
Wow.
Um, yeah, this is my meeting. What is the
Oh,
I've been
yeah. This
what
is
am I
your
thinking of?
AA meeting.
This is my AA meeting. Yeah,
Yeah.
there we go. I haven't had soda for 8 years now. No, but that's not true. I've had soda since then, and I even in fact have top 10 favorites. So I'm so excited to jump into this list and talk about some sodas. And yeah, I will say during that year, I started drinking sweet tea a little bit, which is kind of cheating because it still had a lot of sugar in it. But I might even want to talk about sweet tea in this podcast. We'll see. Um,
Okay.
but anyways, that's my soft drink background, soda background, and how did you kind of come to your list on this podcast?
Yeah, I currently drink soda, but for me, drinking a soft drink is more of like a treat for me. It's almost like a dessert sometimes at the end
Yeah,
of the day. I don't drink it like for anything. Like I don't drink it for a kick. I drink it for the taste, obviously. But
Mm-hmm.
the main things that I drink throughout the day is just coffee and water is
Yeah,
pretty
that's
much.
yeah.
And then soda and sweet tea is something that I'll do like if I'm having dinner with people or going out somewhere, something like that. And they like have it there, they're offering it. But most of the time when I go to restaurants and stuff, I just get water. But
Mm-hmm.
I'll do soda, like I said, like later at night, when I'm just like chilling and I'm winding down. It doesn't like keep me up at night, so I'll drink
Yeah.
it later in the day. But I do have a lot of opinions on sodas and the flavors because I'm very picky and stuff. So that's
Mm.
part of the reason why I wanted to do this pod. And so I was
Heck yeah.
very specific when I was coming up with this list. And I'll go ahead and tell you, I've got some Jake takes on this
Okay,
list.
bet.
I got a
I'm willing to
couple.
think I have some Nick picks.
Yeah,
So let's do
let's do
it.
it. Sweet.
Without further ado, I'll go ahead and start and get started at number 10.
Let's go.
But yeah, so my number 10 is Mountain Dew.
My number
Um
10 is Mountain Dew.
nice. Is it kind of pick for you that like you felt like it had to be there?
Yeah, I kind of didn't. It was either I'll go ahead and tell you, it was either like Mountain Dew or well, I won't say that because that kind of reveals another pick that I have.
Okay,
But
yeah.
Mountain Dew was like I guess I need to put it on the list
Yep,
because
that's exactly how I
if
felt
it
about
was
it.
like Mountain Dew or RC Cola, and I was like, I'm not putting RC Cola in my top 10. So I was like, I'll do
Yeah.
Mountain Dew. I not a fan.
That makes sense. Yeah, I'm really not a fan of Mountain Dew either, but I yeah, I feel like there's some people who will because I'm a coffee drinker and you're a coffee drinker, but there's some people that will replace like coffee, their caffeine with soda.
Yeah,
And a lot of times that's either like Coke or Mountain Dew.
yeah.
And so like I see a lot of people drink Mountain Dew around me, and so like naturally I've kind of taken one here and there. But I don't like crave Mountain Dew. I'm not big on the Dew. I know that they got that Dew Code Red out there that everybody really likes as well.
That
I
scares
think
me to look at.
the
It
Code
like
Red one.
yeah, like it just scares like it terrifies me to think about what that would do to my body if I put it
Yeah,
inside of me.
yeah. I'm not big on like the whole energy drink vibe, anyways. Like,
No.
I don't think I've ever actually had like a can of Monster. Like maybe I've had a sip of a Monster, but I've never like actually just drank a Monster. And like
Yeah.
Monster gives me like Mountain Dew vibes, and I'm not much about Mountain Dew, but I've had it. It's not horrible, and it had to make the top 10 for me.
Yeah, I mean, the main thing I put with Mountain Dew is that it's just kind of forgettable. I know it's also terrible for you. I know all soda is
Yeah.
not good for you, but Mountain Dew especially uh has like an insane amount of sugar in it. It's just really, really bad.
You
I
know
can
who's hating
remember
us right now is the Taco Bell fans.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Now look, the Baja Blast, like I've had the flavors,
Yeah, the
like
Baja
some of it's
Blast.
good, some of it's good. I'm kind of echoing what you said. I never crave Mountain Dew. I never buy
Yeah,
it. I never get it when I'm at a restaurant. It's just never something that I go to, and so that's part of what I with this list. Like you'll hear me say a lot, like these are my go-tos. Like if I'm wanting a soda, like I think about these certain ones. Mountain Dew is never close to being one of those. So that's why it's
yeah.
last on the list for me.
And you know what else I really don't like? And it's coming in at number 9 for me. And this is my Steve Kerr pick, and it is Coca-Cola. Number 9 is Coca-Cola for me.
Dude, I'm not even kidding a little bit. Coke is my number 9 as well.
No way, you're lying.
No, dude, I swear. I have my list right here in front of me. Yeah,
Okay,
Coke
wait.
is
Let me just say, Jacob and I like we didn't like have a 10 set Coke like drinks, soft drinks
no, we
brands.
could pick from
We
any
could pick from literally anything.
yeah.
So the fact
And
that 10 is 10
and
and 9 is the same.
we never show each other
Nope.
what our lists are. I think the best example of us syncing up was if you go back and listen to our top 10 cartoon characters podcast, we had Shrek as
Oh
the same
yeah.
number in our list, and that blew my mind because
Yeah.
we could pick from any cartoon
Any
character ever,
cartoon, and we had
and
the
we both
same
had
number.
Shrek at like number 6. It was
I think it was
crazy.
6. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
it was. It was number
Anyway,
6.
but yeah, Coke is. I know that it's the classic, but
I
it's
don't like
forgettable.
Coke. Every time I drink Coke, man, I feel like my teeth are disintegrating in my mouth. I'm like literally we know that people like use this to like literally clean things, and like
Yes, they
I'm putting
do.
it in my mouth,
Yeah.
and like I feel it. Maybe that just means my teeth are dirty, but I don't think so. Literally my teeth just like hurt when I drink Coke, and I just don't really like Coke.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not totally like boycotting Coke. Like it's like with
Sorry, I
Mountain
sounded
Dew.
like I hate it. I don't
No,
hate
no,
it.
no. Yeah, like with Mountain Dew, I'll never touch Mountain Dew. Like if I
Yeah,
have a
yeah,
choice between Mountain Dew and water, I'm gonna always. But like if Coke is the
exactly.
only thing available, like I'll drink
Yeah,
it. Like I'll
yeah,
put it over ice and I'll drink it. But it's never gonna be a go-to for me. I'm never gonna pick Coke first over, well,
yeah.
8 through 1.
I'm picturing like being a little kid and having that little like cup of like half Coke in it and like some goldfish. I'm pretty sure like that was the last time I actually enjoyed Coke.
Yeah, yeah. There you go. Like the
But
little, yeah. I know exactly what you're
yeah, you
talking
know what I'm
about.
saying. But
Yeah, no.
anyways,
Coke is it look, I get that like
we
if we
would
didn't
have.
have Coke, we wouldn't have a lot of other
That's what I'm
things.
saying.
It's classic, but as far as the taste and how much I enjoy it, no, it's gonna be a no for
Yeah.
me.
That's what I'm saying is that like we can't not have Coke on this list. We probably would have like if we didn't have Coke on our list at all. I don't know why people would even want to listen to this list, but there are a lot of Coke fans out there. I apologize. Don't hate us. But yeah, Coke is number 9 for both of us. So
Yeah,
without even further ado, I will move on to number 8.
let's do it.
Boom. All right. And this one, remind you, I'm putting above Coke and Mountain Dew, and it is Fanta Pina Colada.
Wow. Okay, I
Ever
was
had it?
wondering. I am not a pina colada fan, like of any flavor. I
Oh,
don't really like
dang,
pina colada stuff.
sadness.
But I was wondering if Fanta was gonna make it on your list.
Yeah, I will just go ahead and say this is the only Fanta on my list. I know the orange one is really popular, and that could be on your list higher. But anyways, Fanta Pina Colada is I'm a Pina Colada fan. I don't like saying that word a lot. Um, it's also it's kind of the coconut flavored, obviously.
Right.
But literally, I had some Kona Ice this past weekend, man, and I got the Pina Colada flavor, and it was
Nice.
awesome.
Nice.
And yeah, the Fanta Pina Colada drink is good, and it gives me that nice. I'm on a beach feel, even though I'm not. I'm in the middle of Georgia,
Right, right.
but yeah, that's coming in at number 8. Have you had it before?
I don't think I've had it. I've had a lot of Fana's got something going over there where they're making these different fruit flavored sodas,
Yeah.
which a lot of them are good. I'm a big fan of the pineapple one and the mango one as well, and
Okay.
orange as well. I'll go ahead and spoil it. Fana's not going to be on my list because
Word.
if I'm going for a fruit drink, I'm usually not in the mood for soda, and so I'm kind of looking in a whole different realm of drinks when I'm craving that kind of drink. And but I do respect what Fanta does. And I was a lot more keen on Fanta in high school. I just felt
Mhm.
like I drank it a lot more. And then of course as a kid, like going to McDonald's or something, and getting like orange Fanta. I did that all
Yeah.
the time, but it's just not something I
I
go to
never
very
liked the
much
orange
now.
fan. I always felt like I was like
Really?
drinking medicine or something. I
Oh
don't know.
wow,
I
yeah.
never liked it.
It's pretty sweet for sure. But I
But
respect the pick, definitely.
yeah, it's good. Go try it if you haven't. So you're number 8.
Yeah, so my number 8 is going to be cream soda, and specifically the BC cream soda brand. So one of the things I wanted to do is I wanted
Uh,
to talk
is it
specific brands.
IBC or
Or yeah, IBC. What did I say?
IBC?
BC.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's IBC. My bad.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, this is cream soda is fantastic. I
Mm-hmm.
love the concept. I know a lot like my wife is not a fan of the cream like floats and the cream mixing with soda. She's not a fan
She's
of any of
not.
that.
Oh,
No.
sadness.
I know. I love it. I love
Yeah,
root
me
beer
too.
floats. I love Coke floats. I love
That's when
cr-
I like Coke, is a Coke float.
there you go.
Heck
There you
yeah.
go. But I love going to like Cracker Barrel and checking out after
Mm,
we eat and then like grabbing a bottle of like cream soda or something like that. You know what I
yes,
mean?
exactly.
And cream soda is just really good. Like I said, I love the concept and it's just really, really good. It's got a really good taste. And so I'm not always, this is why it's still lower on my list because I'm not always craving cream soda. Like,
Yeah.
um, that's not going to be one that I'll drink a lot of times in a row. But when I'm in the mood for it, like it's really, really good.
Well,
And
it's
so,
not it's not always widely available.
Yeah,
You
that's
can't
true.
just get cream soda rolling up to McDonald's or whatever. You're
Right.
gonna have to get that like in a Cracker Barrel or at the grocery store,
Right.
so or at
Exactly.
like one of the fancy Coke machines. But so it's few and far in between. But
It's
I like
definitely
that. That's a good pick.
it's the most dessert soda there is, like literally. And so that's it's definitely like a very a blue moon kind of treat for me.
Yeah.
But when I have it, I absolutely adore it. And so yeah, cream soda's coming in at number 8 for me.
I don't blame you. That is a fantastic pick. All right, so we are moving right along. We are
Yeah,
to my number 7.
let's hear it.
My number 7 is Dr. Pepper. Dr.
Wow.
Pepper, I like it's like almost different worlds to me between Coke. Like Dr. Pepper is just like I know they have a different taste, but some people kind of compare Coke and Dr. Pepper. But Dr. Pepper is just so much better. I love Dr. Pepper.
So yeah, that's still
Um,
really low though. I feel like that might be a nitpick.
oh, you think
Dr.
that's low?
Pepper this low. Yeah. By low,
Oh,
of course, I mean closer to to 10.
yeah. Yeah, that's true. But well, I guess now since I was just saying how I love it, we have now definitely entered the phase, part in my list where I'm now liking these sodas and I will drink them.
Okay. Okay, cool.
You know, so Dr. Pepper is definitely something that I like. I did drink a decent amount of it in college. I had one of my good friends. He lived on the same hall as me in college. He like, dude, that man would drink like 6 Dr. Peppers in like one day, and like
Golly.
I would just see the man carrying in like 2 things of Dr. Pepper
It's
along with
like
carrying like,
fuel. Yeah.
yeah, literally it's fuel for him. But I would, come and bum off of his Dr. Peppers if there was still any left.
Right.
But yeah, so he definitely kind of impacted my Dr. Pepper love. But yeah, Dr. Pepper is good, and it's got yeah, I guess it could be low, but I don't know. I guess you must like it a lot more than I do. Can't wait to hear where that's at
Yeah,
for
I'm
you.
a fan of Dr. Pepper. I will say that Dr. Pepper, I feel like, is very, very popular for some reason with teenagers. And the only
Mm.
reason I know that is because like once a week I'm like selling soda to teenagers, not like sell like we have soda available like at, with the students and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and they just love Dr. Pepper. We always have to restock Dr. Pepper more
I
than
feel
the
like
other
it's
ones.
become more popular lately though.
I think it
I
has
don't
too.
know.
I think it
Well, and it's
has
also
too.
kind of a big thing. I obviously just gave away that I live in Georgia, but like we do live in the South and we live in Georgia, and like Dr. Pepper like sponsors like a ton of stuff like in the
Yeah,
South, I feel
that's true.
like.
Like
And
college
like
football and stuff.
yeah, with college football. That's what I was thinking of. But yeah, I feel like it's definitely widely accepted down here. Probably like I can't say more than Coke though, because
Nah, probably not.
we're in
Probably
the
not.
Coke center.
Yeah.
But Dr. Pepper's probably like a close second behind Coke around
I
here. I'm not gonna lie.
I would agree with you. I would agree with you. I
Yeah,
think it's very, very popular here for sure.
yeah. Um, well, shoot, I just talked it up. Maybe it needs to move higher on my list.
I don't
Nah,
know, man. Maybe I'll talk you into it because it's definitely going to come
nah.
up later for me.
Word. All right, what is your number 7?
So my number 7 is not as popular in the South. It is much more popular in the North, but it is one that I prefer. And my number 7 is
Uh-huh.
Pepsi. And so
Ooh.
Pepsi, it's very, look, I understand it's very comparable with Coke. They definitely have similar tastes, but the main reason that Pepsi is higher for me is just because it's a little bit sweeter. I think that Pepsi is sweeter than Coke is, and so I enjoy the flavor of it more as I'm drinking it. And but it's definitely like Pepsi originated in the North and obviously is in huge competition. Like my grandfather used to, when he was like in his 20s, he worked for Pepsi, and they take that junk seriously. Like
Really?
if you work for Pepsi, you are not allowed to like
Drink
drink
Coke?
Coke products even when you're like off the clock. Like you cannot drink Coke. Like they take that
That
junk
cracks me up.
super seriously. And so but I think it's sweeter. There's not much to say about it because it's really similar to Coke. Like I said, I just think it's sweeter. That's why it's higher for me. I like the taste
Mm.
better. So
That's a good pick. I'll spoil mine. I don't actually have Pepsi in my list at all.
wow.
Yeah, I just like I'm one of those people that like when I hear you have Pepsi products, I'm like, why did I come to this restaurant?
Boo, because Mountain Dew
Like,
is part of Pepsi products as well.
yeah, well, that makes sense, right? So yeah, I don't know. Like anytime, like I always see the disappointment because I don't like typically go and order Coke, but like whenever I see friends or family and they're like, "Yeah, let me get a Coke," and that waitress or waiter is like, "We have Pepsi products." It's like I feel so bad for them.
See
You
that
know, how disappointing.
I'm the opposite. I think it's ridiculous when people ask for a Coke and the
Yeah.
waitress or waiter says that they only have Pepsi and they're like, "Ooh, I'll just take a sweet tea then."
Yeah, that's what happens
Like
all the
it is not
time.
that different, people. Come on. Don't
Nah,
be that way. That's
don't say that to some Coke drinkers. They will get
oh
upset. Like
my
you said,
gosh.
your grandfather, they took it very seriously.
That's true. That is
But
true.
it's a rivalry. But yeah, Pepsi ain't making my list, and I don't
Wow,
feel bad about it.
that's surprising. That's surprising then. Maybe it was a Jake take then, but that is not the
No,
Jake
I
take
don't
I
think
was
so.
thinking of.
I
But
think a lot of people would probably have Pepsi in their list. But not I,
so what's your number
because
6?
coming in at number 6 for me is Kyle kind of a wild take. But it is Ramoon Japanese soda, and I either get the original or strawberry.
Dude, I
Okay,
knew I was willing to bet all the money I had on the fact that you would have some weird soda pick like that on your list somewhere.
really?
Yeah, dude. I was thinking that this whole
You're just
time.
learning the way I'm doing these
I
lists.
was like, his number one is gonna be some soda that I've never heard of or something like that.
Nah, that's my number 6. But I'm willing to bet actually you have heard of it.
Okay.
Because it is like it's the soda, like if you've ever been to like a hibachi restaurant or a Chinese restaurant or anything like that, it's gonna be the soda that you see that they have.
Yeah. Okay. Like in the
Um,
vending machines or
yes.
the
But
like the
it's
refrigerators. Yeah.
yep, that's exactly right. That's where you're gonna see it. And
Okay.
I took a leap of faith one time when I was in like high school and I got one. And just the I really enjoy them, one, because they taste good, but two, that it's like it's a fun experience because you like take the top off and then you pop, like you literally like push down a little ball
That's
and then
right.
the ball like goes into the top and then you drink the soda from there and then the ball is just kind of like moving around in the top. And so like it's a fun experience to drink, and they have like 8 different flavors, but
Yeah.
I've gotten the original before, and then I've gotten the strawberry before, and I like them both. But it's a fun soda. You've probably okay. I think you've seen it before. I'll send you a photo or something.
I've got a picture in my mind. I think I know what you're talking about, but I've definitely
Yeah.
never had it before.
Dang. Well, you need to try it. They honestly, they're kind of like similar to like Fanta. Like they
Okay.
have like different like like fruit flavors.
Right. I'll
But
definitely
they're
try it.
good. Yeah, and I like to get them when I especially go get some Japanese food or something like that.
What's your go-to
Um,
flavor that they have?
I get the original. It's kind of like bubble gummy ish, if that's even a good way to explain it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good though. I like it. It's like a mixture of like it's like they put a bubblegum flavor into like club soda. Which doesn't
Interesting.
sound good, but it is, I swear.
Okay.
But yeah. So that's number 6 for me.
I'm with you.
And what's your number 6?
All right, my number 6 I'm very very passionate about.
All right.
Because most of the people that I talk to there my number 6, which is why I didn't say this earlier, kind of has a rival in a lot of ways that people
Yeah.
usually like one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
And people usually drink this when they have a stomach ache. But my number
Dude,
6
ginger
is
ale.
ginger ale.
Let's
And
go.
I'm very passionate about this because I'll go ahead and say Sprite is not on my list because Sprite is a sorry excuse for ginger ale. And I've heard people say like, why do you compare those two sodas? Because that's what Sprite is trying to do. It's that lemon lime flavor is trying to be this basically. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one that compares those two, but to me, it's like Edward and Jacob. It's like either you drink
Oh
one or you don't.
man.
And I do
Oh
not like
no.
Sprite at all. Sprite is
Man.
not on my list. It's not
Breaker fam, I
close.
just want to apologize on behalf of Jacob Bell over here. Just please keep listening to our podcast. Please don't hate him for this. Um, but that's a that's a Jake take and a half if I've ever heard one.
Dude, ginger ale is so good. I'm specifically talking
Oh
about,
my
like, I'll
gosh.
drink basically any of the brands, but Seagrams, I think is how you pronounce it, is
Yeah,
the best
yeah.
one. It's got a little bit of a sweet flavor with like a hint of that kind of like sour kind of spiciness a little bit, but it's really smooth. And so ginger
Mm.
ale, it's one that I keep in my fridge a lot. I'm a big ginger ale fan for sure.
Well, so man, I don't have a problem with you liking ginger ale and having it on the on your list. I don't have ginger ale on my list. I highly debated having it on my list. It's definitely coming in at a hot number 11.
Behind Mountain
But
Dew,
what I
bro?
do,
Come on.
it might be better than Mountain Dew.
It
Maybe I
is.
can redo my 7 to 10. But anyways, dude, what are you talking about? It is not comparable to Sprite.
No,
They,
dude, it's Sprite is awful.
oh,
I
how
hate
do
that
you not
soda.
like Sprite? What
It's
are you
just
talking
it's
about?
just terrible. I am not a fan of it.
Oh my gosh.
It
I'm
goes flat so easily, and it just makes me want to die. I don't like it.
what makes you want to die? Dang, that was passionate. Yeah, I guess you do feel passionate. You mentioned that.
I'm
Well,
guessing
I'm gonna have
Sprite is
to.
going to be a little bit higher up on your list.
It is. It's gonna be very, very high. I'm gonna have to take a hot disagreement, but that's okay. I'm glad that we agreed on the bottom half of the list.
Yeah. Well, what is your number
You're
5
like,
then?
let's move on. My number 5 is vanilla Coke. Ah,
There we go. There we
there we
go.
go.
Now
Now
we're
I'm
getting
getting
into
weird.
some good
Now
products
I'm
here.
getting weird. All right, so my number 5 is vanilla Coke. That's right, vanilla Coke. Way better than Coke. I don't know why. Coke should have just started with vanilla Coke
Just the
and it would have
default
been so
flavor.
much better. That just would have been like so much better. But yeah, vanilla Coke is great. I feel like it just adds flavor to what Coke like should be.
Right.
And it's most definitely like Coca-Cola's best invention, I guess. If they would consider Coca-Cola being number one, vanilla Coke has to be number two. It would be number one for me. But I love vanilla Coke. Even just like the off-white color
Oh
of
yeah.
vanilla Coke is just like there's something more satisfying about it for some reason. Even though I know the color red like draws your eye more, but like there's just something about that vanilla Coke look and taste. And they've even introduced like these like Coca-Cola coffees recently and they have like vanilla flavored and like I
Yeah.
saw that and I was like I have to try that. Like
I
even
still
though
haven't
that's
gotten to try those. Are they good?
they're not bad. They're not bad. But just the fact that I saw like vanilla Coke and coffee, I was like that sounds like it could kill me, but I need
Yeah, I need it right now.
it. Yeah. So they vanilla Coke fantastic job. Just way better. Coke should have started with that, but that's coming in at my number 5.
That's a great pick. I can't argue with anything that you're saying there. I love vanilla Coke. Definitely a really good pick for sure.
Yep. What's your number 5?
I'm gonna kind of piggyback off of that because my number 5 is cherry Coke. And so
Okay.
uh if you'll notice it, I might sound like I'm contradicting myself because I said that Pepsi was better than Coke. For some reason, the Pepsi flavored things, when they
Mm-hmm.
try to do like the cherry Pepsi and vanilla Pepsi, it just does not hit for me for some reason.
That's because
I
Pepsi's not good.
well, okay, but that's fine.
Yeah.
I only like the Coke versions, and cherry Coke is very, very good. Cherry Coke has got a really good flavor. Chick-fil-A knows what's up because Chick-fil-A knows that like how much people love cherry Coke because they like Chick-fil-A has it as one
Yeah,
of
they
their
do have
main
cherry Coke. Mm-hmm.
drinks that you can get, and there's not a lot of restaurants that have that. But I think
Mm-hmm.
it is a lot more beloved than most people think. Cherry Coke is just really, really good. It's one of the best flavors that Coke has. I would even agree with you and say that they should have just started. I've heard a lot of people say that like Dr. Pepper is essentially cherry Coke, and I don't like that comparison.
Mm.
It's not the same to me. I think those are very
I could
two
see that comparison though.
there, it's just like spicy versions almost of
Yeah.
what the but
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's the same. I think it's very different.
Mm-hmm.
Cherry Coke is definitely my go-to in a lot of ways. I think Cherry Coke kind of put Coke back on the map in a lot of ways, kind of gave it a little bit of a resurgence because I mean Coke doesn't need that obviously, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of people that I see nowadays. I think this has definitely lately been more of a popular drink, but I love cherry Coke. It's one of my go-tos. And yeah, I mean drinking a soda and then putting cherry in it is just
It's
brilliant, and it's a really
Do you
great
like
flavor.
cherries in general?
I like cherry flavored things.
Yeah.
I never eat cherries like plain,
Yeah.
but I like cherry
That
like
makes
flavored
sense.
candy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Jolly
I've never
Rancher
just been
cherries.
a cherry person in general.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't hate that pick at all. I think it's right. It's holding the hands with vanilla Coke.
Yeah.
And it's funny that we both have both of those way higher than just Coca-Cola.
Well, it's
Um,
just they're better. They're better. That's for
yeah,
sure.
I 100% agree. They made it better.
Yeah.
So
But
props to you for Coke.
what's your number
Um,
4, Nick?
all right. My number 4 is I might butcher this and I apologize, Rankers fam, but is it Barks root beer?
Barks root beer?
Yeah.
No way. That is my number 4.
Dang,
And it's
third time.
specifically Barks too.
Yeah, Barks.
That's crazy,
Yeah.
dude. Let's freaking talk about Barks root beer,
Let's
man.
talk about Barks. What can we say about Barks?
It is so good. I'm
It
gonna
is
say
great.
this too. One of the most classic looking sodas too. There's something about
Yes.
that silver can and the logo.
Hmm.
Fantastic. But go ahead.
Yeah, no, I would just have to second that. Obviously the aesthetics are pleasing and it does give you that classic feel, but also like it does seem to be the root beer that's most readily available. I guess like whenever like I'm going to the store and I'm getting root beer, like this is the one I'm grabbing. And I'm actually, I mean, I'm a root beer fan. Like we talked about floats earlier and like Coke floats and like
Oh
getting
yeah.
a root beer float. Like I absolutely love getting root beer floats. I know obviously A&W is super popular as well. But I like Barks better, and it's something that I don't know. It's if it's there, I'm grabbing it. Like if
Yeah.
I got Barks Coke and you know what else, like I'm probably gonna grab that first.
I
But
have a
yeah,
really funny story just quickly. So me and my family when I was in high school, we would take a trip to Tennessee. It was like an annual thing. Sometimes we did it more than once in a year. And we would stop at the same Chick-fil-A because we were going to like the same place. We would stop at the same Chick-fil-A. And for like 4 straight years in a row, I would do this every single time we went, but we would stop at the Chick-fil-A and my sister like abhors root beer. She like
what
hates it so much. She
what
cannot
is
stand
wrong?
it. She just does not like it at all. And I was able to do this for 4 years. She never ever caught on to it until after I did it, obviously.
You
But
switch?
I would swap it, and she would take her drink and like it was like one of my favorite things to do ever. And she would just like her face and like she would
Oh
stand up and freak
no,
out. She hated it, and I did
she
it like
could
4
tell.
years straight, dude. Anyway, that's just a funny
Dang,
story. I feel like people who don't like root beer, they like hate root beer. They're like completely
I
against
don't
it.
get it. I don't get it.
I don't
Root
either.
beer
I
is so
love it.
good. Yeah. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I take root beer over Coke any day, not a question.
Yeah, for sure.
Um,
And I agree with you. I know a lot of people like A&W, and it's good. Like they're both good. I'm not
yeah,
gonna not get it if it's not Barks, but if Barks is available, I just think that one is the best
yeah, I
personally.
agree. And I
And
feel like I typically see Barks more. I don't know.
yeah, yeah, I think
Um,
so. Because I think that well, like Pepsi's version of root beer, the mugs, the one with like the
oh yeah, the
bulldog or
dog.
whatever,
Yeah.
that's lower. That's a lower tier root
Yeah, I
beer.
ain't
Like
about the mugs. Yeah,
I don't want that one.
that's Kroger flavored root beer right there.
That's the yeah, the Kroger brand. The
Shout out to like Publix and Kroger, the grocery stores for having their branded sodas.
oh
But
heck yeah. Heck yeah.
we know it's coming from the same place. It's just different
Yeah, yeah.
different different logo.
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
kidding,
But
I'm kidding.
that's a great pick, dude. I can't believe we both had that pick matched up.
That's funny.
That is hilarious. Well, go ahead and
Well,
go to your number
I
3 then.
can guarantee you my number 3 is not gonna align with yours. So
Okay?
I'm gonna go outside of soft drinks. Don't hate me. But number 3 is sweet tea for me
Okay.
because I had no idea how to have ever incorporate sweet tea into a list that we would do. But I felt like it's a soda for me. And
What
like,
a freaking Georgia boy.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, what a freaking Georgia boy. But that year that I mentioned that like I didn't drink any soda and I like started drinking sweet tea. Sweet tea is like honestly kind of my go-to besides water. And I love sweet tea. Sweet tea is the goat. Um
I agree. It's up there for sure. It's very good.
yeah, so I do apologize, Ringer fam. Don't hate me for putting sweet tea in a soft drinks podcast. Are you drinking sweet tea right now?
I am.
Let's go.
I
Okay.
am.
My pick is justified. This is the first time I will ever go outside of what the list actually says. I know it is not carbonated. Um, hey,
It's technically a soft drink though. I mean, if a soft drink is any drink that doesn't have alcohol in it, because alcoholic drinks are called hard drinks.
let's go.
I mean
Thank you for
it is
that.
technically, but I will definitely have to name the episode top 10 soft drinks now. I'm not gonna do sodas because you
Yeah,
cheated.
don't do sodas because I cheated. That's great. That's great. You know what? I feel like there'll be a decent amount of people that won't hate me for putting sweet tea in here.
Oh no,
But
dude. Sweet tea is fantastic.
yeah. But yeah, it is coming in at number 3 for me, and sweet tea is the goat.
There
That's all I
I've
got for it.
There's only one
Eh,
person, literally one person that I know that doesn't like sweet tea, and it's my wife. She doesn't like
Dang.
anything, any kind of tea at all. And it's very rare because every other person, you know how they say they drink like vodka in Russia, like it's water.
Yeah,
Well, that's like we
that's what
drink
we do
sweet
here.
tea more than we drink water. Like I have heard
Yeah.
people say to me, like with a serious, like being completely serious, saying, "Well, it's water, so I am drinking water." But they're talking about sweet tea. I'm like, dude, you're gonna get kidney stones, and it's gonna suck because all you do is drink
Dude.
sweet tea.
uh we actually probably could talk about sweet tea for a while because there's a lot of wrong ways to do sweet tea and there's a lot of right ways to do sweet tea. I'll
Facts,
just leave that there.
facts.
But there are some places that do sweet tea right. Chick-fil-A, you mentioned Cherry Coke. Chick-fil-A
Oh yeah,
does some pretty good sweet tea. The only reason McDonald's has better sweet tea is because they put a lot more sugar into it. But if you
they
ain't
do.
ever had sweet tea before, you got to start at McDonald's, no other place.
Yeah, McDonald's is they've had that reign for a long time. They're probably not giving
Oh
it away
yeah.
anytime soon. That's a great
Oh
pick. I
yeah.
can't argue with your sweet tea, dude. I'm not gonna hate
I
on it.
apologize. Don't hate me,
I'm
but
not gonna
that's
hate on
I
it.
had to put it in here. I literally like wrote it and I was like, should I do this? Yes.
Yes, I have to do it.
All right. So what's your number 3, man?
So my number 3 has already been mentioned by you, but it is Dr. Pepper.
Nice.
So I kind of put this one up at higher on my list. Like as I was making this list, it just kept creeping its way up higher and higher.
Mm.
And this is going to sound weird, but I'm going to try to explain what I mean. But it's high up on my list because of consistency. I think that Dr. Pepper is consistently one of the best sodas out there. And I think what I mean by that is like there's never a time when I'm not in the mood for Dr. Pepper, and like never a time where it doesn't hit the spot for me. Like I'm
Mm.
always down to have Dr. Pepper.
Nice.
It's always really good. It's I'm not hating on like Mr. Pibb. Like if that's what they have, like I'll drink Mr. Pibb. It's very comparable. It's same. I'm not a sheer wine fan, which I know a lot of people compare those things. I don't drink a
Oh
lot of
yeah,
cheer
dude, I
wine.
forgot about sheer wine.
And so that's not really my thing, but Dr. Pepper is very, very good. It had to be, I like I said, it started out lower and I just kind of kept bumping it because I found myself drinking Dr. Pepper a lot more than I thought. And also, this may be cheating a little bit, but when I got COVID last year, it completely messed up my taste and smell, and it still hasn't
Yeah.
gone back to normal. And Dr. Pepper is one of the only sodas that taste
I,
normal. Literally, my number one on my list.
yeah.
I'm not actively drinking right now because it tastes so wildly different, like bad to me because of COVID. But Dr. Pepper, for some reason, nothing changed, and so I
Dang.
drink a lot of Dr. Pepper now
Okay.
as like one of my sodas of choice.
I wonder what
And
that says about Dr. Pepper though, as to why you still can taste it.
I
I
don't
might
know.
be scared if I were you, honestly.
I might need to get like some tests done.
No, I'm
Uh,
joking.
but no, Dr. Pepper, like I said, it's just consistently good. It's got a really good flavor. and it's top 3 for me. It's really, really great.
Yeah, no, I can't argue with that. Dr. Pepper is great, and yeah, that's all I got about Dr. Pepper. So let me
Yeah,
jump into my number 2.
let's hear it. I'm excited.
My number 2 is really refreshing. When I
Oh no,
You don't like my description already.
I know what it's gonna be. That's why I don't like it.
Bro, Sprite is amazing, and that's why it deserves to be at number 2. Mr. LeBron fan over there, this man champions Sprite like it's nothing.
Get that
Well,
out of
bro,
here.
how can you get that out of here? Bro, I'm like, I know it's a lie, like getting like a soda as like a refreshing drink, or like, they quench your thirst. That's their slogan or whatever. But like, I feel like Sprite actually does that junk for me. There's just something about it that's like when I get done drinking a Sprite, I feel like I can be like,
No, listen, I am so tired of seeing these NBA players on the court in a
drinking
commercial like
Sprite.
they're playing basketball and then they go to the side and they're drinking Sprite. Nobody's drinking soda while they're training for basketball.
Okay, that might be true, but
It's whack. It's terrible.
bro, what do you mean? Hank Aaron did it on hot dogs and beer, man. You ain't never heard that?
Nice. Shout out to our last episode.
Shout out to the baseball pods. But yeah, I've always liked Sprite's always kind of been my go-to growing up, and it still is. There's something like, I don't know what I'm trying to get at with the whole refreshing thing is that like it doesn't taste like it's burning all my teeth out of my skull, and it doesn't like, it's not a hard sip, and I don't feel like I'm like drinking a ton of sugar, but like I also like am getting that carbonation, and it's not like nothing where it's club soda or something. Like it still
Right.
tastes good, and like I don't know, that the lemon lime, you can't go wrong. I will say like Sprite's has done some things wrong, and that's like they have like a clear one. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's like the caffeine free one or something like
Oh,
that,
Sprite
or sugar
Zero.
free. Yeah, Sprite Zero. Sprite Zero is horrible. I don't know
Yeah.
what they did with Sprite Zero, but like get that junk out of here. Like whatever y'all did to make Sprite sweet, like just keep it that way. Sprite Zero is horrific. But Sprite is good, and you like, if I'm getting the good old cheeseburger fries, like I'm drinking Sprite, like no doubt about it.
Man, I cannot permit that. I cannot get on board with what you're
I
saying
can't believe you don't
whatsoever.
have Sprite on your list at all, dog.
No, it's
Dang.
just no good. It's no good. But with you saying you're number 2, I think I know what your number 1 is, but obviously I'll leave you to say that. But because
Okay,
I
sweet.
always do that with our list. It's
You
just
always
something
try
I
to
can't
guess.
help, is I'm trying to figure out what yours is gonna be. But I'll go ahead and jump into my number 2 because you actually mentioned it earlier. But my number 2 is vanilla Coke. And so
Nice.
I won't take too long because I'm just kind of gonna second everything you said. I mean, like I said that I'm a fan of cream soda, and this is kind of
Yeah.
the best of what cream soda can do, in my opinion, is vanilla Coke. It is a fantastic flavor. I know a lot of people who prefer cherry Coke over vanilla Coke, but I'm the other way around. I love vanilla Coke. It's my go-to. Most movie theaters have the freestyle Coke machines now,
Yeah. You can
and
get vanilla
vanilla
Coke.
Coke is my go-to for sure. Just like I said, if they have it, that's the one that I'm drinking for sure, over
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper, over every other one on my list except for my number 1, obviously. But
Mm,
vanilla Coke is really, really good. And
really,
it's
really.
basically like a Coke float, and I love that taste. I love that flavor, and I'm
Yeah.
always in the mood for it. So vanilla Coke is high up for me. It comes in at number 2.
I love it. I love it. Vanilla Coke is great. Yeah, maybe I could even have it higher in mine. Oh, dude, honorable mention real quick. Like, have you ever had the vanilla Barks root beer?
No,
They
I haven't.
have that. You
They
need to
do.
try that.
Is it
Yeah.
good? Okay, I need
Yeah,
to
they
try
have
it.
it in the Coke machines. It's literally vanilla Barks root beer, and it's like
Okay,
a mixture of that and sort of vanilla Coke. I don't know, it's good.
that's
Anyways,
fantastic.
before we get into my number 1, I just want to go ahead and say, Ranker fam, thank you for listening. This has been a fun episode so far, and if you enjoy it, please go hit us up on the social media platforms. That is Instagram, that is Twitter, and this is going to be the Rankers podcast on both of them. And then also consider emailing us at the Rankers podcast at gmail.com. If you have a long question, comment, or concern, hit us up on there, and we'd love to answer you on that. And then please like us and review us, rate us on Spotify, and then also on Apple Podcasts, whatever one you're listening to on those platforms. But without further ado, what did I just say? Further ado, further ado.
Without further redo.
Without further redo. Good times. I was doing so well. But number one for me in the soft drinks category is going to be IBC cream soda.
Oh, really? Okay, that was not my guess.
It hadn't come on my list yet, and
Wow.
you said it earlier, and I was like, I love cream soda, and that's all I said then.
I should have caught on to that when you corrected me when I said the brand name wrong.
Yeah, because
you were like,
said
"Are you
BC.
talking about IBC?"
Yeah.
Dude, my
That's
guess
how you
for
know I knew.
I was gonna guess Cherry Coke as your number one because you had so little to say, but that makes a lot more sense. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't have much to say about Cherry Coke, honestly. Apologies. I've never been a big cherry fan. But anyways, yes, IBC cream soda is my favorite soda of all time. And I have no shame in the game. It's always been something I alluded to saying that it's not always available. And I think that's what made it so special for me. And what makes it so special for me is because like it does have that treat feel. And you mentioned and I'd have to second this, that drinking a soda, especially nowadays, is more like a treat or something of a dessert type. And so cream soda is that for me. And I've always sought it out. If it's there, I am getting it. And I will have to say the IBC cream soda, you have to get it like in the bottle and like where like there's just something about also getting cream soda like in the bottle, like, and not like a can. It just makes it cream soda gives me that like, man, just take me back to like the 40s because I was there.
Right.
Into the great grandparents' age or something, and like this is like what I picture, like, and just have in a diner or something, just drinking like an IBC cream soda. But it is my favorite, and I got no shame in it. And cream soda is the best for me.
Dude, I love the heck out of that pick. Good for you, man. Like I said, I have nothing bad to say about cream soda. I absolutely love it. That's a fantastic
and I have to go with IBC. There's some other cream sodas that just aren't the same, and like I said, it's got to be in that bottle.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I've never had cream soda in anything other than a glass bottle.
Yeah.
If it were plastic, I would not drink it. Like
and
a
that's
normal.
How the soda is, man. All these little cans, bro. Get out of here with that. Give me that real soda.
It should be in a glass bottle for sure.
Exactly.
That's a great pick, dude. I love it.
All right, Jacob. What is your number one soft drink?
So I'm going to go ahead and say that this may be my hottest take of the entire podcast.
Hot off the press. Let's go.
And I don't mean of this episode. I'm saying my hottest take of all of our episodes so far. Because every time I tell somebody that this is my favorite soda, they are completely dumbfounded. They cannot figure out why.
Bro, it's about to be like knockoff soda.
My favorite soda of all time, my number one on this list, is Mellow Yellow.
Mellow Yellow. How do you not like Sprite, bro?
What?
Those
are not comparable at all.
Yes, they are.
No, Mellow Yellow is what Mountain Dew should be. That's what you need to compare it to, is Mountain Dew. And
you're right.
And they're on different planets for me. Like Mountain Dew saw what Mellow Yellow was doing and tried to recreate it. Oh my gosh. And like that, like I can't tell you how many people I tell this to, and they're like, your favorite soda is Mellow Yellow? What? Dude, I freaking love Mellow Yellow.
Dang.
It is the best.
I'm so excited for
there's something about the flavor. And I'm like, you can tell that I'm being serious because like of how much I hate Mountain Dew. Like it's not there for me, but Mellow Yellow is so good. Have you had it lately?
I haven't had it lately. For some reason, I was thinking it was more of a Sprite taste.
No.
Oh, dude, I'm so sorry. Don't hate me. But look, so did you start out with your list like Mountain Dew at 10 and Mellow Yellow at 1, and then you filled in everything else?
No, I knew where Mellow Yellow was gonna be. I started out making my list. I did not have Mountain Dew on it, but I realized that I couldn't think of that many sodas that I had had before.
Dude, what even is mellow yellow?
And so I ended up putting Mountain Dew at number 10.
Okay, bro. I guess it is a hot take because I looked up mellow yellow and like soda didn't even come up. Like a song came up. I know what
What?
mellow yellow is,
Dude, it's
but
so
that just
good.
cracks me up.
I know it's a
Oh, they
Jake take.
rebranded.
I know it's a Jake take, but I love it.
Dang.
Absolutely love it. And there's not a lot of restaurants that have it, unfortunately. Some of them do. Every once in a while, you'll find a restaurant because I think Coke owns Mellow Yellow, but I'm not 100% sure. I could be totally wrong on
Well,
that
I'm
because
not
I
way
know
off with saying it's kind of similar to Sprite because I think because they at
it's
least kind of have the
citrus.
same look. Yeah, it's citrus flavored.
Yeah, you would consider lemon lime citrus. Like I get that, but I think it's definitely more comparable to
Mountain Dew.
to
Yeah.
Mountain Dew, but to me they're not even close. Yeah, dude, it's the perfect combination of carbonation and flavor, dude. Mellow Yellow. That's what it is.
Carbonation and flavor.
I love it, dude.
Dang, did you rip that right off the bottle?
No, I didn't, but I did write it down on my notes.
LOL, that's hilarious.
I
Dang.
was in my
Well,
bag, dude. I was making this list and I was like, man, I gotta get me a bottle of this right now, dude. It's so good.
dang. Well, if cherry Coke was your number one, we could have said that was a cherry on top, but it's not. It's mellow yellow.
It
I
is.
got no hate. I got no hate.
I
Like
appreciate that.
I mean, I'm not saying like I even thought about it when I did this list, but that's the beauty of it. I mean, you have mellow yellow one, I have sweet tea on the list and a Japanese soda, but like that's what
And
makes it fun.
we're here. We're in this,
And we're
dude.
here. That's what makes it fun. That's what makes it unique, and that's what makes it the Rankers podcast. And
Yep.
that was a good episode, man. How do you feel about it?
I feel really good, man. I feel super good. And
Good.
guys, we want to know what you think about sodas. We want to know what your favorite soft drink is. So please write to us, message us on the platforms, and
Yep.
let us know what your favorite soda is, because we definitely want to hear about it.